You're on.
Great. And my guests today are Michael Dumlao. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
You are the co-founder and creative director for Fashion Fights Poverty.
Yes.
We're happy to have you.
Thank you.
And Elizabeth Muir, you're back again. And yay, 2 thumbs up. You are the stylist and fashion designer for Fashion Fights Poverty. Mm-hmm. Welcome again. And what is Fashion Fights Poverty?
Well, Pia, Fashion Fights Poverty is a fashion show, fashion event happening on October 27th in Washington, D.C. on 801 K Street at the Carnegie Library, formerly known as the City Museum. And it's going to have a catwalk featuring 4 ethical designers from around the world. There'll be a shopping event there, and hopefully 500 of metropolitan D.C., Virginia, and Maryland's most fashionable fashionistas and philanthropists.
Ooh la la. And where can we get tickets?
You can get tickets at our website on www.fashionfightspoverty.org.
And what is ethical clothing and ethical designers?
Well, it's the cornerstone of what Fashion Fights Poverty is all about. Fashion Fights Poverty was created about a year ago by my friends and myself, Kadrika Maiden, Sylvie Lwanki, as well as several of our friends who had an interest in bringing the kind of fashion show and the kind of fashion event that you would typically see in New York, Paris, London, and LA here to DC.
Why DC?
And why DC? Well,
just for us? Just for the Arlingtonians?
Well, you know, DC is a powerful city, and we also believe that DC is as sexy as it is powerful, as amazing as it is for me to say that. We do believe that DC is changing, but also DC is hungry for something like this. We knew that we couldn't just do any typical fashion show in DC. We couldn't just send pretty people in pretty clothing down the catwalk. We needed to imbue it with something more. So we looked around. We spoke with our friends over at the United Nations Association of the National Capital Area, who's one of our primary partners. And they thought, well, why don't we think about how fashion contributes to the global movement to eradicating poverty? And we researched it, and we found that there were many, many ways that fashion and the fashion industries and people who are interested in fashion do indeed contribute to eradicating poverty around the world.
How do they contribute?
Well, first of all, from the manufacturing end, of course, there are designers that are committed to fair trade, to using equitable hiring practices, so no sweatshops, no child labor, as well as using sustainably developed materials and making sure that all of their clothes are eco-friendly. At the same time, it's also about the consumer. Half of Fashion Fights Poverty is all targeted towards the responsible consumer, or what we call the ethical shopper. What we try to teach our guests through the show is that fighting poverty can be just as sexy as it is important.
And that's why Arlingtonians should go.
Because, exactly, Arlingtonians are sexy, you know, as well as fashion is sexy. And fashion is universal as much as fighting poverty should be universal.
And let's give the date for the fashion show again.
Yes, it is Friday, October 27th this year, and it will be at the Carnegie Library on 801 K Street Northwest.
Great. And website, please, for tickets?
The website is www.fashionfightspoverty.org.
How about a phone number?
Our phone number, they'll have to refer to our screen for that.
Excellent. It's running right about here,
Sure.
so read right here. And Elizabeth, how did you get involved in this?
I was brought in to style one of the shoots, so I styled the New York shoot.
What does that mean, you styled the shoot?
For the
well, actually, I ended up, for the lookbook.
What's a lookbook?
A lookbook, one of the new things, new innovative and exciting things that we did this year was to create a lookbook or style catalog, what have you, that would feature all of our partners in New York, Los Angeles, and Bogota, Colombia, featuring the designers that we have on our catwalk, as well as designers from around the world, as well as the talents of celebrity stylists like Elizabeth Muir, some of her friends, including, you know, some entertainers that she will be no doubt talk about.
Drop some names.
Well, just because of my background with the music industry, I've been styling, you know, album covers and things like that. I decided to integrate that with this effort, just to bring more awareness to the general public. So I enlisted the help of DMC, of Daryl McDaniel. So he's co-founder of Run DMC.
Great.
Hip-hop rap group, also fun.
We also have Holly Reiser, who's an up-and-coming actress from Los Angeles, as well as the models, photographic talent, and the designs of some of Bogota, Colombia's best and brightest.
Say that.
We are on the catwalk featuring this year Maria Luisa Ortiz, who is a well-regarded and very well-known designer from Latin America, as well as Kenny Flanagan from Taz Collection, And of course,
who's a very nice man.
Who's a fantastic guy.
At your lookbook night. It was
and
amazing.
One of the main reasons why we were so honored to have him on our show is, first of all, his designs will be featured in Saks Fifth Avenue this coming fall. And also, he has a very compelling story. He believes in empowering communities. He believes in giving back to the community. And this is something that we do look to all of our designers to be committed towards. We also have Bono's Eden line as well as Loom State. And we will be featuring Beads for Life, which is a beneficiary. Beads for Life is a Ugandan-based program where women from villages who have been subject to harrowing circumstances, combat, rape, what have you, who also have HIV/AIDS typically, are given skills in beading, in jewelry making and design, and then given microloans to start their own businesses. So it's all based on this principle of giving people an opportunity to build their skills and to trade themselves out of their circumstances.
And they make some wonderful jewelry.
And
I saw some that night.
And once
amazing.
Again, it also proves one of our points that fighting poverty can be sexy. Fighting poverty, can yield incredible, amazing, wearable items, that any responsible shopper would be dying to have.
And you have some pictures with us tonight.
We do, from the lookbook.
Let's see if Hank can bring them up on the screen. Oh, look, there we have the phone number that's running.
Well, just so you know, Pia, the lookbook was an effort that everything that was contributed to the lookbook was donated. The photography, the models, the entertainers, even the hand binding. Every single lookbook is handmade by our volunteers. So once again, it kind of speaks to the concept of how to create opportunities for people to contribute and how to create creative ways for people to showcase their talent through this event.
And it's very high fashion. I was just told that go to the website for more information and more pictures, and unfortunately we can't see them tonight. But you can go to the web.
Of course. Or come to the event.
Or come to the event. Even better. Let's get that website out again.
Sure. www.fashionfightspoverty.org.
And if somebody's running, grabbing a pen, one more time, please.
www.fashionfightspoverty.org.
And the date again for the fashion show?
Friday, October 27th, starting at 6:30 p.m., I believe.
And Elizabeth, you'll be there?
Yeah, I'm styling the Eden Loom State fashion show.
Tell us more about your role.
Well, for the fashion show, we feature, in the lookbook for the New York shoot that I produced and styled, I used Eden Loom State in there and combined that with designs from women in war-torn territories, from Iraq, using pieces from Women for Women International, from Sima Azimi collection. She set up an academy over in Afghanistan, helping to educate women.
And tell me about your necklace, because your necklace was made by one of those women.
Well, actually, it wasn't made by them, but this is from Sima's collection, and she sells it. And the money that she makes, she also designs clothes too, and I've used that in the lookbook. But to the money that she makes through the sales, she gives back to the academy and bringing women off the streets and teaching them a vocation, giving them a meal a day, and giving them a machine at the end of it so that they can go and create a business and create some sort of potential opportunity for themselves to bring in money. And I wanted to bring people like that into the shoot and combine it with things like Eden's Pieces, which is Bono and his wife, Allie Houston's clothing line that promotes fair trade. They produce in Peru, Africa, and India. And from their business partner, Rogan Gregory, who has Loom State, which is all 100% organic cotton. And this will be the two designers' show. It's a joint show that I'll be producing the night of October 27. And there we have it. Yeah.
You'll have to come back on the show and tell us some more. And I see we have 30 seconds left, Michael. 30 seconds just for you.
Well, if anything, I just want to invite all Arlingtonians to come to Fashion Fights Poverty. It is going to promise to be an amazing event.
And it sold out last year?
It sold out last year. We actually oversold last year. And this year we're going to be very strict about making sure that everybody gets their tickets beforehand. So make sure you do so. There are two tiers. There's Haute Couture and Pret-a-Porter. Each of them has certain kind of benefits to them. So definitely check that out on the website. And once again, also check out our designer roster. We'll be adding several other designers probably onto that. We'll be featuring, hopefully, an entertainment that we can't really talk about now because it's a big surprise. And we'll have lots of celebrity guests there, lots of very, very fashionable, really fun people. There'll be some good shopping opportunities as well. And overall, just a really fun night. Oh, and also with an after party at K Street Lounge. So when everything's all done, hopefully some of the organizers can finally kick up their heels and take down a couple of drinks at the end of the night with some of the models.
Take down the house.
Exactly. So if you want to hang out with models and also feel good about it, definitely come to the show.
It sounds like a great night. What great words.
There you go.
Michael, Elizabeth, thank you so much for coming on.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And now, please go to the event. And now, back to the desk. We'll all be there, so join us.